Hello, welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things planning, journaling and stationaries. Today I want to do a quick check-in with my Filofax pocket size. I have been using this as my everyday carry since January. Well, to be honest, I did start using it from like October-ish last year. When I got this, I got so excited. At that time, I was using my Filofax personal size, but this is the test year for me, whether I like personal size or pocket size. And so far so good. I really like the simplicity, and to be honest, my life has gotten a bit more crazier, or work is much more these days that I don't really have much time to play around with the planner. So downsizing, simplifying things has been a good way. I really enjoyed creativeness, adding like hobby aspect into my personal size last year that I have shared along my journey in the other videos, but this year sticking with something simple has been a great game changer. So just to start the video, this is my Filofax original pocket size in the color of midnight blue. I really like it. The size is perfect. And yeah, when I got it first time, when I just unboxed it, I was a bit worried at how tiny it is. I mean, the cover itself is okay, but when I had opened this, I was a bit overwhelmed with these tiny pages. And also when I printed the monthly calendar, it is quite tiny in terms of spacing. So yeah, there was a bit of worry in the beginning, but so far so good. And yeah, it's been going well. And this year I have made a bit of different way of setting it up. So I wanted to come here and talk about it. So last year, when I first started my journey with a Filofax personal size Nappa, I actually took this out of my cabinet the other day, and I actually still really like the size and the softness of this cover. So there's some kind of itch to go back to this size so I can actually use this. And I also feel like leaving leather product for way too long in a cupboard is not a great thing we can do. So yeah, I do kind of think if I can find a way to utilize this, even like, I don't know, weekly or monthly basis, not in like everyday carry wise, but as of now, I don't have that mental capacity or even physical time to play with planner. So this is kind of staying for a while, but I just wanted to bring it under the camera since it hasn't appeared for some time. So going back to 2024, which means last year, when I got this personal size, when I just started my ring life, I got super excited with the idea of I can change things up in a literally weekly basis, daily basis. So then, and also while I was watching some YouTube videos about ring planner, like when I was kind of exploring this new world, I saw many videos talking about like monthly setup or plan my May with me kind of videos. And that kind of led me to think that like every month there needs to be kind of like a new setting, some tweaks, and yeah, so it is a fun aspect. On the other hand, because of the flexibility, I kind of burned myself out last year at some point. And toward the end of last year, I kind of got the gist, and I kind of got the stability with the ring planner. And then that's why I decided to continue with the ring planner. This is my year 2 with this smaller size. And having learned it in a hard way, I would say, yeah, because I remember, I think around July last year, I was using like 4 different weekly planner in just a month, and I just couldn't find the right one. I was so stressed out, burnt out, literally, and that's led me to just step out for a month. And yeah, it's now funny story to look back, but at that time I was just so caught up with finding the right format, and yeah, it was quite stressful. So then what's happening this year is that I actually want to print as many as possible at the same time so that I don't really need to do any monthly setup. And what I have done is, I think in December, when I was really getting this ready, I printed quite a lot of things. So as of now, I haven't really done printing and cutting since January or like December. And now that we are in 4 months, 5 months in actually, some pages are getting to the end. So I actually did my second printing and cutting very, very recently. So that has been quite good. That yes, there are nice flexibility aspects, but also like keeping up with just, setting things up and having enough pages, that kind of, fun slash creative. On the other hand, it can be a bit hectic when I'm using ring planner. So rather than trying to change things or print things on a monthly or like short period of wise, I am kind of aiming to print things that covers like at least a quarter, so 3 months, or even 4 months. So what this is how it's been. So this is a monthly calendar from Peanuts Planner Co. that I've been using since the personal size era, and this I have all the way up to December. This is just there for a whole year. So monthly calendar, there's no update, it just I use it step by step. And then secondly, weekly calendar. This one is something that I've been using since January, and at that time I printed quite a lot. This one is a self-made version, kind of Hobonichi weeks vibe, plus my favorite 4 categories of my life, so I can kind of map out what I need to do, what I want to do. So this is covering all the way up to, oh yeah, I wanted to check how many weeks I can fit in. So I did the dating, which I normally don't do. I set it up by weekly basis, but because of this video, I wanted to see. So yeah, this one goes all the way up to end of May. So yeah, it wasn't strategic, but I had printed for January up to May. And June onward, I kind of wanted to switch things up just a little bit because I got bored with this. So I printed this one. This is something I have seen a while back. So this is Monday to Friday on left hand side. Saturday, Sunday is kind of interesting. And then there's to-do section and an extra section, which I thought is quite great. Oh, actually, by the way, this is from Papier Fautier. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the name properly, but I always see a beautiful Instagram post by Papier Fautier. And so Monday, Friday, I'm always this horizontal person, especially on a weekday. So this one, difference from my current setup, is Saturday, Sunday is somehow outside. But normally I don't have that much going on Saturday, Sunday. So I thought, okay, this seems doable. And horizontal on weekdays, this is like my non-negotiable. And then there's this to-do section and extra section. So realistically speaking, I like having this 4 box for my business, creative work, job, and others. But recently, I'm not really using it properly, or I'm not having so much time to do on so much of things that I actually want to do outside of job. So I'm thinking I don't really need this much of space. So I think this might be very enough to fit everything in. So yeah, this one I have printed quite a lot, and I have set it here, which yeah, I even did the dating. So this goes all the way up to end of July. So 3 months, no, June, July, 2 months actually. 2 months I have printed. So that's like, I have a piece until August. And then I can decide whether I want to go back to the previous one or keep up with this one. But the idea is I don't want to print every week or every month, which would bring me like a decision fatigue and confusion. So yeah, printing for two months sounds just about right if I'm using something new. So let's see if I like it. And then the daily pages, I have done a flip through in a while back, but this is also something that I do on a daily basis. I really like having a daily pages, and actually that is why I am using a Filofax or the ring planner, because I can have a 1 page a day, and then once the month is done, I can get the pages out, so there's more space for the other coming months. So this has April onward at the moment, and if you are curious about my daily pages, I have done a specific flip through, the one that I shared from January all the way up to April, I think. So I will put it on the the show notes or description box below. But as of now, I am really enjoying this Peanuts planner called vertical one that I need to rotate, but I've been really enjoying how it looks like, and I really like how it is aesthetically also. There's a space for the time, space for the to-do, and some extra note space. And yeah, sometimes it gets filled up, sometimes it's not, but that's also okay. And this is how it's working. Oh, and then I did add some notes pages when I needed extra space. So this is basically a big benefit of using Ring Planner. And then as I run out of like a month's worth or 2 months worth of this since May, or yeah, this is already May, but yeah, basically since May I am back in this puffin page called Daily Planner. I really like this format. I used this last year during my trip, and it has morning, afternoon, evening section, the to-do list section, and some notes space. Of course, I don't use them perfectly, but yeah, this is very enough for me. And yeah, it looks very nice, very simple, very nice. So I've been using this for a while, and yeah, so I have quite enough pages to cover May, but I don't think I have enough for another few months. So then what I did was I have printed this Sleepy Notes Club inbox. This is also very simple and very nicely. The reason why I really like this is this spacing in between. Sometimes the templates for pocket size has such a tiny space to write, or like narrow space to write, but this one has a nice spacing that I can like literally write and read. And when I was printing this one, I actually had a bit of printing issue that I printed, I don't know how many pages, like literally so many came out. So I have like a year worth of this Sleepy Notes Club inbox at the moment. So I was thinking I could just try using this as my daily pages. So, you know, I could just put my to-dos here, dates here. I don't think I need this list methods thing, but I will see. Basically, all I need on my daily planner is like maybe 2 or 3 appointments, like date, time specific appointment or meeting, and extra space for my task. So maybe this is very enough, and if I like it, I literally have more than 1,000 sheets of this, so I will just continue using this for the time being. So yeah, this is very nice thing about Ring Planner, that you don't have to stick with one. We can switch up whenever we want, but if we don't want any decision fatigue happening, you just print a bunch, put it there, and continue using it. This is the section. This is my wellness section or exercise tracker. Actually, I want to get some of them out, but until April, this is both Elise Creates simple Hobonichi style, basically week on one page. And yeah, it's been quite terrible sometimes, but every time I go to the gym, I will put a mini sticker. Every time I do something outside the gym, I also put it there. This was my way of trying to increase daily movement. And then at some point in April, so I had printed this back in October, and I printed a lot, so it was covering all the way up to April. And I was thinking of printing the same one, but somehow, maybe because of the new printer, it didn't come out nicely. I don't know, it's just a printer setting, nothing wrong with the template itself, but I just need to figure out how to set it properly so I can print them nicely on the both sides. And yeah, I found Analog Alicia's also very simple week on one page. So I said, okay, let me just change things up. So this is what I'm using at the moment, and I actually printed quite a lot, so this actually covers all the way until end of September. So yeah, this is really the strategies that I'm taking this year, that every time I print at least 2 months, 3 months worth of inserts, put it there, and then that will allow me to just use it without second guessing or like eyeing on the different templates. The last sections are my my habit trackers, they are still here with me. I haven't updated so much, so I actually want to sit down. Yeah, this is, yeah, not really doing well because I don't really have much time to play with these things, but it's nice to sometimes update, and then yeah, it's not the end of the day if I don't update for a month. On the very last section, this is my personal area, nothing much to talk about, but I have some extra notes, checklist whenever I feel like it. Yeah, that's about it. So normally this annual tracker and the notes section remains kind of untouched for quite a long time, and this planning side and my exercise log remains active throughout days and weeks. Actually, before I forget, I actually wanted to take out, so I still had my wellness tracker from January, February, March, which I think it's a bit too much to carry around, so I just need from May onwards, and this one can just go for now. So yeah, that's the strategy I'm taking this year. So having learned that yes, creativity, changing things up is fun, but it also requires maintenance, like monthly, bi-monthly maintenance, also choosing which one to use, second guessing the choice. So yeah, I am now quite settled with what I'm using. Yes, I do switch things up on like a little bit, but like staying in the same vibe. I'm not like adding, let's say, meal tracker at the moment because I don't really need it, because that was the mistake I did last year. Every time I find like reading log, any tracker, sleep tracker, step tracker, I get so excited, print, put, but it was just overwhelming me. So this year I'm keeping it simple, doable, no too much of fun aspect, but that's how it goes this year. Yeah, so that's about it. Yes, yes, a real disclaimer, not a disclaimer, honest chat is that when I had opened this after a bit of a few months break, yes, it reminded me how much fun I had with like using something fun, or like doing something more exciting about it, or doing, yeah, I think I was playing much more in the planner last year. Like seeing this wellness tracker that I used to do here is no longer here at the moment. And yeah, I kind of feel like I really liked this. So yeah, this year I'm in Pocket. Maybe next year I'll go back to personal, but yeah, it's funny story that I'm already thinking about next year. But I think if you are watching this video up to this far, you are my friend. So yeah, but this year I am kind of committed to using a very simple one just for the functional, personal functional planning purpose, and leaving fun creative aspects on Hobonichi side, Traveler's Notebook side. So yeah, this is just about it, and we see you in the next video. Bye!